I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration. And I do have some special guests that's going to join me. Salute to my moderators. Salute to the replay gang. Salute to the chat. Where is Janiyah Rogers? The evidence in the Naziah Harris case was planned to throw us off. Give me a few seconds. I see the chat. Appreciate you for becoming a member, Keisha. And as I said, I do have some special guests that will be joining me in this demonstration. Let me bring one of my special guests up. I met her by way of TikTok, and I'm going to let her introduce herself to you all.
Hello, my name is Baby Pretty. I've been watching Shed Walk for a long time and Miss Parker. I am a YouTuber, so I've been talking about the Naziah Harris case and Janiyah Harris. I mean Janiyah. I've been talking about the cases for a long time. I'm shy. I'm very shy. So
It's
I
okay.
just
You're doing good. You're doing good.
yes, I've been, doing the best that I can, you know, as a it's hard. I don't
Let, 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 let's start with the Janiyah Rogers case. Uh,
hmm
what is your thoughts? What is your thoughts on the Janiyah Rogers case?
um I've been talking to her dad. He was on a couple of people's live. Um he was on my live yesterday and he was talking to him about his daughter and he's heard about the situation. He tried to get justice for his daughter. Um, that's the best that he could do. He said everybody need to get him, you know, he trying to get everybody from, help, like help a lot of people, trying to get people to help him out to look for his child. That's just the best that we could do in this situation. You know what I mean?
Yes. And and Dad, if you're watching, feel free to click on the blue StreamYard link. I would love to have you up on the panel with me and Baby Pretty. So if you're watching, if you could click on that blue StreamYard link. What, with talking to her dad, what does he feel has happened to his daughter?
Okay, can you answer the question? I couldn't hear you.
What does the dad feel as though happened to his daughter? Did he share with you any thoughts on what he feel like happened to his daughter, Janiyah?
Yes, he did. He been, um I don't really want to
Okay,
say too much. I really want him to come up here to tell his side and how he feel about the situation.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh, do you think you could reach out to him and ask him, did he mind pulling up to talk with me for a few minutes?
Yes, sir, I will.
Okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to react to Two Uncensored. A big shout out to Two Uncensored. I want you to know that I love you, and without putting your business out there, we over here praying for you. But a big shout out to Two Uncensored as well as the bodyguard. Appreciate this super chat, Sharon. Appreciate this super chat, Sharon, as well as KC, the bodyguard. Now, Toot did have KC, the bodyguard, on her platform, so let's just slide a little bit and let's tap into this interview with Toot and KC, the bodyguard. And once again, Dad, if you're watching this, feel free to click on this blue StreamYard link. Can I get everybody to throw up some prayer hands for 2? All right.
I'm doing pretty good. Hey, appreciate you. I got my YouTube on here and my Twitch on here. You know what I'm saying? Because we trying to get as much information spread about this baby as possible. You feel me? Okay. I want to just give you a chance to introduce yourself, tell them what you do and things like that, and then we'll go from there.
Well, okay. Well, for those who don't know me, my name is Casey Bodyguard. That's what everybody calls me that. I do executive protection based out of Chicago. But outside that, I have a search and rescue team where, you know, when people come up missing, you know, we normally the ones that go out, you know, boots on the ground to try to lift the people.
Yes.
You know, bring awareness, whether it's on social media, in the community, or, you know, radio airwaves, you know, anything we got to do to try to bring awareness to the missing person.
Okay. Now for a lot of people, because it's so crazy, because I'm pretty sure by now that you heard the case of Naziah Harris. And it's crazy because she has worldwide coverage, and Janiyah's case is not as broad as this. So a lot of people didn't even hear about Janiyah, because sometimes other cases cover other cases. Can you give us like a little background on the whole synopsis of what's going on with Janiyah? Like what happened from what you get from your lens? Like what took place?
We can use profanity on here.
Yes,
right?
You can. You can cuss it, because I be cussing folks out all the time, KC. Because some of these bitches, no, let's tell the truth. Some of these women, no, it got to be said like that. I'm sorry. You feel me? You got to say it how you feel it. But you could definitely curse. But go ahead.
Because the reason I asked that was, you know, with this particular case, it's very overwhelming, and it kind of makes me step outside of the title. Because I'm a father with daughters.
Facts.
So, kind of, man, it's very overwhelming. But August 11th, the mom, Jasmine and Michael, had said that her daughter had ran away from home. You know what I'm saying? She basically said August 11th, that Sunday afternoon, it was her, a girlfriend, Kiara Bates, and the kids celebrating one of the other kids' birthday. So she said that after they sang happy birthday, cupcakes, whatever, that her and Janiyah had a conversation where she told her 13-year-old daughter, that I know you have been using the tampons I brought you. If I find out that you're pregnant, I'm going to kick the baby out your fucking stomach.
Let's stop right there. I want to react to that. And I want you, baby pretty, I want you to react to what was just said. But first, let me appreciate this super sticker, Miss Minnie. Appreciate the super sticker. Baby pretty, how do you feel about a mom telling a 13-year-old daughter of hers that if she's pregnant, she's going to kick the baby, stomp the baby out of her? How do you feel? Do you think that's appropriate for a mother to say to her daughter?
That's very disrespectful. I don't know, like, it's not good to say, especially that's your daughter. You had your daughter in your stomach. So why would you say that you're going to kick your granddaughter, your daughter's stomach like that? That's, I can't have, I don't even have words to say about this because it's sick. You know what I mean? I just don't have words to say because it doesn't even make sense. Why would you do that to your child? Why would you have a sit down and talk to your daughter knowing that she's going through something? You know what I mean? Like she's going through things that she can't talk to you about. And that's a mother, like her is just, it makes, I'm trying to be respectful to a mother. It's like it's evil. You know what I mean? It's just disrespectful the way that you talking to your daughter. Because if I have a child, I'm not going to talk to my child like that. No matter what the situation is, I'm going to have a conversation with my child and I'm going to get her help. I'm going to get a counselor to actually help her. That's how I feel with the situation. That's just hurt my soul. It really is.
And let me slide in for a second. I don't mean to cut you off. Miss I can't pronounce that. Some of these, you know what? What? Because if we're going to disrespect the women, we have to have the same energy for these men who keep creating these babies and leaving them unprotected. Well, I
Exactly.
could see that this is your first time. Wait a minute. I could see that this is your first time over here. And just check the temperature for you and everybody else that think that we're going to shift the blame off of women and we're going to shift it off to the men. Hell to the nah, nah, nah. Because in this case, and if you know this case, the man who is her father that created Janiyah, he's a stand-up guy. He's a stand-up guy. It's not the man in this case. It's the woman in this case. And I'm not going to allow you, not you, baby pretty, but I'm not going to allow this woman and any other woman to come for a man that has been solid. I'll say it again. We are tired of being bullied by these women. Now, I got to watch my language. Because of my guests. But y'all know my favorite word. Now, baby pretty, just to make sure that I'm not going above myself. You said that you have sort of a relationship with her dad, correct?
Yes, on that. On yeah, we have a.
Okay.
I have
Now,
my live, and we do, have a conversation. And we talk about, some things that the child been missing, and it's been, it's just we stay up all night talking about um his daughter, his child. Every
stay right there, and I don't mean to cut you off. What kind of man would you say he is?
He's a good father. The
Stop right there. Stop right there. And I'm saying this very humble. All right? I'm saying this very humble. Please don't bring that shifting the blame on the man for what the woman has done. Let me just I'll let two, because I think two is delivering the message that I'm trying to deliver. So I'll let two, because y'all heard two in the beginning. Two started to call them out, the females out. And I'll just continue to let truth call them out, because I get so tired. And this is why we're in the predicament with these children that we are in, because the mothers, the father didn't say to Janiyah, if you pregnant, I'm going to kick that baby out of your belly. I'm going to stomp that baby out of your belly. The father didn't say that to her.
No.
The mother did. The mother did. Come back in, baby pretty, and I apologize, but come back in.
Okay, it's okay. Um, we just the father, he was telling us about, he been there for his daughter. Um, if he is on here, if I'm, if I'm telling the side of the story right, um, he said that he been, paying child support, helping, since Janiyah was born. Um, you know, she did not, the mother did not want to let him see his child.
Mm.
That's something that he said. He was keep paying child support. He loved his kids. And to be honest with you, he was right about what he said. And I believe him. And he, to this day, he got to be strong for his other kids. And that's all we have to do. We still need to get justice for this baby. That's all I gotta say. And we can't do it, then something gonna happen. I
I
just
agree. Let's go back to Toot and KC the bodyguard.
So she said, after she told her daughter that, her daughter kind of had, words back and forth. And she said her daughter stormed upstairs and slammed her room door. And then she said, got up through the middle of the night, about 12 something at night, to use the restroom. And when she came out the restroom, she noticed her front door was open and her back door was cracked. So she shut the doors. Then she proceeded to go upstairs to her daughter's room. And when she walked in the room, she noticed that her daughter wasn't in the room. And then she told me at that time, she called the police. The police came with the dogs. And now this is like 12, 1 or something in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So that basically was it. And then I came over like maybe 2 days after that morning.
Mm-hmm.
I actually met her in person. So, now I'm standing in her home and she's taking me from room to room, pointing out everything, what I'm saying, what happened, what she told me. So we went upstairs to her daughter's room. So as we in the room, she's telling me, she's like, her daughter stormed up the stairs. So, now we standing in her daughter's room.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked in the room. I said, man, where's the sheets, the covers, and the pillows for her bed? You know what I'm saying? Because I noticed it wasn't on there. Mm-hmm. I just washed all her stuff. You know what I'm saying? So in the back of my mind, I said, oh, wow, it don't smell like a fabric softener, no washing detergent, nothing in the air. So I said, okay, I'm going to note that, take a mental note.
Facts.
So I'm looking around the room, and then she showed me the closet where it had like maybe 9 to 11 coat hangers, empty, coat hangers just sitting there. So she said, yeah, the clothes I had washed for her, she took off the coat hangers. So I'm like, oh, okay, which I took a picture of it. And I said, the clothes that you washed, what are the articles of? Was it shirts, pants, and drawers? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember. Okay. And then I looked down, you know what I'm saying? Because I seen like, it was like a couple of notepads and pencils on the middle of the floor. So I looked down on the floor and she said, yeah, she must have dumped her book bag and poured all her school supplies out on the middle of the floor and grabbed the clothes off the coat hanger and put it in the book bag and left. And she said, I also noticed that her favorite pair of shoes, which is some rainbow Air Ones that wasn't, in the closet. She must have, took those shoes and left. So I said, oh, okay. So we leave out the room. Now I'm keeping mental notes.
Yeah.
After she just told me. So now we sitting in her phone. So I asked her, I said, what type of childish? Because, sometimes when you're searching for the missing person, you have to know more about who's missing.
Facts.
So, this is what really kind of angered me. because she simply told me, she said, well, my daughter is a whore. Uh, she goes around town, you know, sleeping with, older guys, and she hangs around the corner at school. So I said, what school? She said, it's around the corner. I said, you mind taking me there to the school? So as we go to our cars.
Let me just stop because I want to react to what he said. First, I see some, appreciate you for pulling up with us, Lulu. Shout out to all of my people from Gary, Indiana, moderators and the chat. Make sure y'all give Lulu a warm welcome. Shout out to my people from Gary, Indiana. Appreciate this super sticker, Charlotte. Now, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, that's why I'm going to ask the chat as well as you, baby pretty. I could be wrong. I don't think that was appropriate for the mom to say that about her daughter. I just don't think so. Drop a one in the chat and on the replay, gang, if y'all feel like me. Drop a one if you think that it was inappropriate for that mom to call her 13-year-old daughter a hoe. Drop a two if you feel like, nah, Shank, I think the mom, was right for saying that about her daughter. I mean, after all, Shank, it is her daughter. Because some people think like that. Some people think, look, that's her child. She can raise her child or do whatever she want to do with her child. Slide in, baby pretty. Do you think that was appropriate for the mom to say that about Janiyah?
That was very disrespectful. You shouldn't talking about your child, saying a hoe, calling your child out of her name. That's very disrespectful. No mother should not, talk to a child or talk of a child like that. That's very disrespectful. A mother should not do that at all. That's no.
If your mom, and I don't know y'all relationship, how would that make you feel if your mom would have said that to you at that age?
I would feel hurt. I would ask my mama, why would you call me that? Why? I would definitely ask my mama that. And if she, I would definitely be mad. I would definitely be hurt. Because I'm not that. I'm not a hoe. If I was that age, yeah. I would never allow to let my mama disrespect me like that. And my mama know I'm not that type of person to be a hoe. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. Let me grab some comments from the chat. Peach has dropped the one. Aggie says that was not appropriate. Keisha dropped the two. I see you, brother Naziah. One, she had to learn from someone, hence her mama. Why that man bid like that though? I've never met a 13-year-old, no parent or adult, period. That was not at all being respectful. That's sad. At that age, that's when kids in school are breaking you down, and then your mama breaking you down when you walk in the house. What kind of self-esteem is that building? That's facts. I ain't like that at all. But if she is sleeping around like a hoe, what should be called? Now, and this is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. And that's why I'm letting the women give the final say, because I'm a father. My honest opinion, I think that she should have set her down. And I think that she could have mentioned what a hoe is. And y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. I do feel like she could have said to her, let me just teach you the birds and the bees. Let me put you up on game. If you walk and if you're out here and if you're just sleeping around loosely with these guys, you're going to get the reputation of what they call a hoe. So that's just my opinion. But I'm a father. I'm a man. I can't speak for the mothers. I can't speak for the women. Maybe y'all can help me out. How do you feel, pretty baby? Do you think that may have been better if she would have just set her down and said, hey, look, let me give you some lessons on the game. If you're out there, sleeping around like that, you're going to get that name. But just straight out calling her a hoe, I think that was inappropriate. What is your thoughts, baby?
I heard what you said about sitting down, talking to her. Yes, it'd been good to let her know what is a hoe is. Yeah, that's on my end, especially as a 13-year-old, because a 13-year-old not gonna know what a hoe is. Us grown people, we know what a hoe is, but 13-year-old, they not gonna know what a hoe is.
No. She young. We all was young.
Yeah.
I mean, she young. She taking baby steps. So, you pull her up and say, look, let me give you some game. So
Or give you a...
Go ahead. My bad, baby. Go ahead, baby.
No. It's okay. Go ahead.
No, you finish. You go ahead and finish. Okay. And once again, Dad, if the dad of Janiyah McMichael is watching, and if you feel like coming up on a panel with me and baby Pretty, just click on the blue StreamYard link.
I trail them. I tell them lead the way. So I'm trailing them. We go like maybe 2 blocks from her house. So we pull up in front of a school. So I'm sitting there like, maybe we wait on somebody to pull up behind us, because we pull up in front of the abandoned school. So we pull up in front of the abandoned school. So me and my team get out. So we stand there and we was like, so where's the school at? And she's like, this is it. I said, hold on, this is an abandoned school.
Facts.
Now, from Chicago, where anything abandoned is boarded up. You can't go in or none of that. Indiana, you know what I'm saying, is different. Everything that's abandoned, the doors is off, the windows is open. Anybody could go dead in there. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, well, I'm looking at my team like, this don't seem, something ain't adding up to me. Mm-hmm. So I said, okay, we go into school. I said to my team, let's search the school. You go into the school, and when I say, which I drop videos and pictures up the inside of the school for people to look at. And, I asked the mom, I said, you allow your daughter to hang up here at the school, 13 years old? And she's like, yeah, she be up here with her friends.
And let me just slide in. If she is hoeing, if she is a hoe, Mom Dukes pretty much gave her the green light for her to be allowing Janiyah to be up at the school, at the abandoned buildings. Let me come to my chat for a minute. Let me get my chat involved, and then I'm going to come back to you, baby. I remember my mom called me something like that when I was young, but I had a father and 2 grandmothers is always able to go to for emotional support. Real damage could have been done. Is a 13-year-old really sleeping around? I find that hard to believe. Very inappropriate, and I have 2 daughters. I could never. That was very inappropriate. Salute Miss Parker. Salute to Miss Parker and the Riders. Salute Pee-wee. I see you, Pee-wee. She calling her a hoe. If so, the female Doug, you may have her like that, what she seen in the home. Exactly. Now at 13 years old, now you know what goes on up there, them abandoned buildings and all of that. You gave her the green light when you should have been sitting her down and teaching her so she wouldn't end up being a hoe. When you should have put your foot down and said to her, you can't go up there. Well, why not, mommy? Because I said so. But not only because I said so, but let me give you the reasons why you can't go up there. Because this is what goes on up there. And I don't want you being a product of your environment. I don't want you turning into a hoe. And I think that she had the opportunity to give her the game instead of hand delivering her to the game, and then when she throw up, make mistakes and fall down, and then when she come back to Mom Dukes want to degrade her. That's just my opinion, everybody. That's just my opinion. And that's the age where all you're going through a lot of stuff mentally and physically, so words hurt. That's facts. My 14-year-old daughter is listening, and she said she knows what a hoe is, and she thinks it's degrading to call her daughter that. I mean, mothers, we got to do better. I'm going to come back to the chat, y'all. Just give me a minute. I'm trying to keep up.
To be fair, had to go see. Now, I'm looking at her like, what parent gives a 13-year-old little girl, I'm not talking about a little boy, permission to hang off in the school, especially in Indiana, where Indiana is known for kidnapping and etc. So I said, you know, I'm steady taking notes, every step of the way, pictures, videos, everything. So I asked, I said, who do you think is responsible for your daughter's disappearance? You know what I'm saying? And first person she named was her mom.
The grandmother.
So she said,
the grandmother that been busting her ass looking for her granddaughter. Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
so
go ahead.
When she said her mom, I looked, I said, okay. I said, what makes you think that? And she was like, well, my mom, that's always been her favorite granddaughter, and she'll do anything to save her granddaughter, and you know what I'm saying? And then my mom ain't shit. She don't care about me. She didn't care about me when I was a kid. And, you know, my daughter always came before me. So me being one of the private investigators, because I was hired by Janiyah's father and grandmother. So now I have to go into being an investigator. So, which requires me to, you know, dig deep into this mom to a point where here it is, I'm doing stakeouts for hours, for days, you know what I'm saying, over in East Chicago, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? She tell me her mom said that she seen Janiyah walking around her house. She stopped the car, and Janiyah seen her and took off running. You know what I'm saying? So here it is. My thing is, number one, when I told Jasmine and her girlfriend to meet me over there, they didn't want to meet me over there. That's number one.
So before you even proceed, so Janiyah's mom got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's keep going.
Right. So, you know, I tell them, you know, hey, I'm over here. You know what I'm saying? What is your mom's address? I tell them I'm over here. You know, what is your mom's address? And et cetera. She's like, I don't know her address, but you have me over here just canvassing an area, blocks, without how you not gonna know your mom's exact address?
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? So I said, you know what? Okay, I'm posting around East Chicago. I'm talking about hitting every block, spending hours at parks, and you know, hoping I get a sighting of the little girl. So I said, okay, boom. I moved to the next one. So the next person that she had accused was this little boy named Lil Keith that went to school with Janiyah.
Okay.
So, you know, I asked, I said, what makes you think that she could be with him? Oh, that's her boyfriend. And she always talked about running away with him and this and that. And, you know, so that is the second person she didn't accuse. So, again, I did my job, you know, did come to find out that this little boy, Lil Keith, never even really talked to the little girl outside of school. One time he seen her and talked to her was in school. Now, this is a little boy that's popular in school. So when you pop, you know how it is.
Yeah.
You got a lot of girls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He dressed nice.
Yeah.
Good grades.
Yeah.
So at this time, her and her mom started threatening and pulling guns on this little boy and his family, you know what I'm saying? So it was getting to a point where I'm like, hold on, people could possibly get killed behind this. Because she's sending people over to this little 13-year-old boy house who she was saying that is responsible for a daughter disappearance. So her people is going over there. Someone got caught looking into the little sister's bedroom window 1 or 2 in the morning. They sit on the block. Her mom even tried to forcibly open the door to these people's crib. So I went over there with Jasmine, her mom, and a girlfriend, because I'm like, one of the ways that I do to bring awareness in the neighborhood, I have a PA speaker that I sometimes put on top of my car. Mm-hmm. So we put the neighborhoods, I do like a public service announcement.
Fact.
Where people in their house could hear. Yeah. Versus just, Indiana ain't one of them states where
wake everybody ass up. Hell yeah. Wake everybody ass up. Straight up. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm hitting the blocks like that, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The PA speaker, people come to the door like, what's going on? So we go down this block. And as we go down the block, Jasmine and Kiara is leading us. So we stop like in the middle of the block. So, and then Jasmine and Kiara kept going a little bit. So as I'm playing this PA speaker out on this block, I look over to my left, it's a house on the corner. So when I look over to my left, I see the front door open. So I'm looking like, all you see is shadows, like ski masks and hoods. So I'm looking over at the door like, what the hell is this? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I call them. I said, man, where y'all go? Because they left us. They left us on the block in our cars.
They was trying to...
And they went like across the main way.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't have left us.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once I seen that, I radio on my team, man, let's get up off this block, because this house, I just seen them, they coming through the back door, the side of the house.
Shout out to KC, the bodyguard, and True Uncensored. Shout out to KC, the bodyguard, and True Uncensored. If you're in the Gary, Indiana area, please reach out to KC, the bodyguard, and ask, how can you be of an assistance to him? He needs help. Now, see, that was a dummy mission that the mom, and this is what I'm saying. Women on the right side of the track, y'all are going to have to, and I know y'all do, because I watch a lot of content creators. I watch a lot of female content creators that do hold women accountable. Because it's women like her that give the women on the right side of the track a bad name. They could have got KC, the bodyguard, and his team, they could have got them unalive, honestly. Anytime you see some dudes with some ski mask on, some hoodies on, they ready to put in work. And it's so sad because Janiyah didn't deserve this. Like I said all the time. All right, you want to be hood, you want to be a thug, you want to be a gangster, whatever it is in life you want to be, fine with me. But give these babies a chance to make something out of their lives. Because I'm telling y'all, whether y'all want to admit it or not, that whole street culture, that whole hood, everything that come along with it is bullshit. Let me make it so y'all could see me a little better. If you still thinking that the streets is the way to be, if you still thinking that being ignorant if you still thinking hood is the way to be, you just as dumb as you look. Give these babies an opportunity to make something out of themselves. Give them an opportunity. All the negativity that you got, don't push it on these babies. Get help. Get help. And if you choose not to get help, that's fine. But don't dim the lights on these babies. I'll ask the question, do anybody know where is Janiyah Rogers? And if you do know where she is, please notify the local authorities. I do think it's a name. I think it's a number up here. Now, there is a $10,000 reward offered for the missing Janiyah McMichael. She's missing out of Gary, Indiana. If you know her whereabouts, please see that she makes it home safe. But give the babies a chance. Just give them a chance. Because somebody gave you a chance. Even if you did have jacked up parents, that should make you be a better parent to your child than your parents were to you. See, it ain't no excuses. And I know people got a lot of excuses. But Mr. Shank Rock, my mom and my dad, they didn't love me. I feel for you and I understand your pain. But at the same time, that don't give you a right to inflict your hurt on your child. Your child didn't ask to be here, is what I'm saying to you. You laid down. From the woman's perspective, you laid down and opened your legs up and let whatever man your baby father is, you let him into you. From the man perspective, you laid down with that no good for nothing 304 or whatever you want to call it, and you went up in her. Take care of your responsibilities. And if you're not going to do right by the children, I got a very, very simple solution. It's a harsh solution, but I'd rather for a man or woman to walk out of their child's life and never come back if they don't mean that child any good. I'd rather for them to do that. And I know some of y'all gonna come for me, but I'd rather for a man and a woman to walk out of a child's life before they harm that child. You want to come in, baby pretty, and say anything?
I just you said it. You said it. You put words out my mouth. You said it. It's just ridiculous. Like, when I did talk to the dad, like everything that he was going through, hearing from his voice, it's hard for him. And it's way worse than this situation is going too far. From the mama situation is getting worse. Cause he doing the best that he can do as a man, as a father. So
I even heard that he was still paying child support. Is that true? Do you know if that's true or not?
yes, that's true. He's still paying child support. He's still paying child support. He's still. And I did text him to let him know that that I was on the live with you today on YouTube. So he probably looking in or watching in.
Well, if you're watching, Dad, I just want you to know that I'm here for you. I'm going to be trying my best to make it to Gary, Indiana, to help KC, the bodyguard. And I just want you to know, Dad, that if you want to reach out to me, it don't have to be on my panel. You could follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Shankrock. Or you could follow me on TikTok as Shankrock and just DM me. And if it's any way that I could help, feel free to reach out. Appreciate this super chat, Alicia. Shank, we need to hold these funky ass mothers accountable. Being a real mom is tough but rewarding. And that's facts. And I see your comment, and I'm going to take this comment. She says, and that's all I meant by my statement, not shifting blame, but both parties are responsible for choosing poorly when choosing a partner to procreate with. And if that's what you mean, then I'll accept that. All right. Maybe it was just a misunderstanding. But for me, when I hear women, when it's time for a woman to be held accountable, and then I hear any woman, though the father or a man in the mix, it rubs me the wrong way. Because contrary to what has been put out there, a lot of men are good fathers. A lot of men are in their children's lives. A lot of men, a lot of fathers got ran away out of their children's lives because of bitter baby mothers. And I know what some of y'all going to say. Shank, because if he was a real father or if he was a real man, he would do what he had to do to be in that child's life. Some of it is true, but you got some bitter baby mothers that move from city to city, state to state. You got some bitter baby mothers that even when the father try to make contact, they do everything in their power to hinder the father from making contact. You got a lot of bitter baby mothers that won't allow fathers to be in their child's life. And they'll say, I don't need him. I'm going to raise my child on my own. I don't need him. And then you got some bitter baby mothers, and I can vouch for this because I'm in that situation now, and I've been in that situation before. You got some bitter baby mothers that look down on us fathers as if we're not good enough to help raise the child. My child ain't going to be around this foolishness. My child ain't going to be around you. So it's a lot that us fathers go through because no matter what the mothers do, they always are able to come up with an excuse for people to feel sorry for them. But with us men, it's always, you should have tried harder. You should have did this. No. And I'll say it again, and I'll say it again and again and again. No longer are we going to be bullied by these bitter baby mothers. We're not. I'm going to go back to a little bit more of KC, the bodyguard, in 2, and then we're going to move on to the evidence in the Naziah Harris case was planted to throw us off. Yeah, they and see, it took so long, and that's why they waited so long in the Naziah Harris case. 30 days went by. So you could just imagine what they were able, as far as evidence, what evidence they were able to get rid of, and then evidence that they were able to plant. Appreciate this super chat, Tanya. Great demonstration. Thank you for helping these babies and their families. Salute. Salute to you, Tanya. And I also will welcome anybody in the chat that would like to join me and Baby Pretty on the panel. And if I could get my moderators to drop Baby Pretty's TikTok link as well as Baby Pretty's YouTube link. We want to help this young lady get her platform up and running. She reached out to me, very respectful, and it's time. It's time for the elders to get behind the young ones and support them, because the young ones, they got voices too. The young ones, they got ideas too. The young ones, they want to help us. And for the majority of us elders, we're in the fourth quarter of our lives. We ain't got that much longer to be around. So let us, while we still have breath in our bodies, let us help the young generation so the young generation won't make the mistakes that we made. Let's help the young ones so instead of us calling them hoes, we can prevent them from being hoes. All right. I'm going to go back to KC, the bodyguard, and Toot, and then we're going to move on to the Naziah Harris case. I'm going to try to grab some comments when I come back. All right.
I didn't feel good after that.
Yeah.
So we go across the street to meet where they was at. So we all parking our cars. It's like maybe a block and a half down from that house, where we able to see the house still. So we all park our cars, and I asked Jasmine, I said, what made you come over here to this block? And she said, the house that had the gas leak through the window, that's the house where my daughter's supposed to be in. And I tell her, I said, first of all, if you'd have told me that, we wouldn't have went over with that PA speaker live. You dig what I'm saying?
Facts.
We would just go past it, and you know what I'm saying, kind of peep the scene.
Yeah.
You got us over here not knowing what we just walked into, and you left us on the block. So we sit over there. So I told her, like, sometimes when we out doing our searches, especially in like different neighborhoods where I know the gun violence is crazy, that's when I communicate with the police.
Yeah.
So I called the police, Gary, you know, I told him where I was, you know, so could they send some units out to assist us, because we was told that this house right here has this young girl in it that we're looking for. So with Indiana, it took them about over an hour to get to us. So we basically on the corner looking at that house.
Right at the house, yeah.
These niggas come out the crib with fucking big ass ARs. They looking down at us. You know what I'm saying? So the dispatcher telling us, well, don't go back on the block. Just stay there until the police get there. I said, that's fine and dandy, but how long is it gonna take? Because they come down here, we go defend ourselves.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So she said, well, we'll give you a call back when we can find an officer around the area. Cool. 20 minutes go by, 30 minutes go by, an hour go by. She called me, she said, well, I have an officer en route to you. So just stay there, right? So Jasmine, the mom, and her girlfriend is there. So when I say that, all of a sudden, Jasmine tells me, hey, I gotta go pick up the other kids from the school. We'll be back. Let me know when the police get here. So her girlfriend pulled off. So once they pulled off, I said, okay, because, you know, they like 6 minutes up the street. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when the police get there, I'm calling Jasmine. I said, hey, the police just got here. Where y'all at? Oh, I can't find the ride down there. Kiara's gone in the car going to work. So now I'm looking like, what? Luckily, we had Janiyah's daddy, mom, and, you know, her auntie with us. So I said, okay, cool, because it's always good to have at least one or two family members with you. Mm-hmm. So you know, the police pull up, you know, I introduce myself to him, you know, did what we do, you know what I'm saying? And I explained to him, as soon as I pulled him down the street the house, he said, hold on, we got to go there again? So I said, what you mean again? You know what I'm saying? And I said, what you mean again? He was like, we were just over there yesterday and had to break up a fight between this little girl's family and the family of that house. So I said, no, I didn't know nothing about that. Come to find out, Janiyah's grandmother, her mama's mama, and them went a day before. And threats was exchanged. You know what I'm saying? Everything, guns drawn, to the point where the police have to come over there to break it up. But here it is, the next day, we over there. They had no clue of what just happened a day before. You understand what I'm saying?
She was walking you into some bullshit, bro. Walking you into a trap.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, all right. So the officer went down. He said, man, since we over here, I'm gonna go down there, but I'm not going down there by myself. So I'm like, I'll go with you. He's like, no, let me call some units. He was like, that house, you really don't want to mess with them because they pissed at what happened the day before. So he's like, just stand right here. You know what I'm saying? You and your team. So we looking down the street. As we watched them go down to the house, I looked up. It was like 4 people come out the house. Boom. Now they trying to fight the police. You know what I'm saying? So we looking down the street like this. You know, the mama of the house, she mad, she irritated, but she had every right to be. Because, you know what I'm saying, like, y'all bring all this heat over here. When, you know what I'm saying, we'd have told you, you know what I'm saying, what the situation is, you know what I'm saying, with this little boy and a girl. So he go down there, search the house, whatever, move, come back down to us, we leave, speed forward. So now we leave from over there. Now I'm leading the motorcade thing. So I tell everybody, let's go back over here where the little girl been missing at. We pull up, guess what we see sitting out back in a lawn chair? Jasmine and Kiara and the kids. So I look, I said, hold on. She said Kiara was going in the car and going to work. She didn't have no ride, but when we pulled back up, Kiara is sitting there. You know what I'm saying? So I got the car. I said, man, why y'all didn't come down? So Kiara looking like, what? What are you talking about? Like that. I said, I called Jasmine to let her know that the police was here. She said, you was at work. She was like, huh? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm looking like, what the hell is really going on?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So to get this little boy and his mom to talk to you, would you be willing to do that? So she's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think that she thought that I'd be able to make it happen. I reached out to the little boy and his mom, and she responded to me. And she was like, yes, I've been wanting to have a talk with her. But her mom been coming over here with her people, you know, threatening us, talking about they gonna shoot us, you know, and all this, you know, kill all my kids in the house, and you know what I'm saying? So I said, okay. So what I'm gonna do is, my spirit was telling me, was like, before you put them together physically, see how a phone conversation will go first.
Okay, facts.
So I called Jasmine. I said, hey, she wants to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And Jasmine was like, all right, set that up because I got something to say to that bitch. So that's what my spirit was like. If you put them in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell Jasmine, I said, what I'm going to do is, let me call her back, you know what I'm saying, to let her know that you agreed to talk to her and we can merge this in like on a conference call.
Facts.
Jasmine, like, okay, call me right back. I'm waiting. I called the lady 2 minutes. Hey, stay on the line. Let me click back over. Let me merge the mom in. Y'all can talk. You know what I'm saying? And I called Jasmine. Guess what? She didn't answer.
Wow.
So I go on the voicemail. So now I got this lady on the other line. Like, what is wrong with her? Why she not answering the phone? So she said, okay, whatever. She said, I know that you the one that's been going hard for the little girl. And I'm just so tired of my name being bashed around through social media and this and that. And you know what I'm saying? This lady lost her job behind this. She had to transfer her kids. She had to move from over to that old house. You know what I'm saying? It was too much that was going on. So I told her, I said, you know what? Come on to my platform to clear your name if you want. You know what I'm saying? So I brought her on my platform because I'm like, you know, y'all going to social media to trash this lady. It's only right to let her come to social media and clear her name.
Wow, y'all. Wow. Once again, a big shout out to KC, the bodyguard, and Toot Uncensored. If you haven't already subscribed to Toot, make sure y'all go and subscribe to Toot. If you haven't subscribed to KC, the bodyguard, make sure y'all subscribe to KC, the bodyguard. From what I know, Toot is doing just fine. She did have a medical issue. I will not release what that was, but from my understanding, Toot is doing much better. She's back up to her old self. So make sure everybody, if you haven't already subscribed to Toot, go and subscribe to Toot. Oh man. The mom is suspect, y'all. The mom is suspect. Now I'm just hoping, that Janiyah's dad will pull up and be able to share with us some more information. And more than anything, I'm hoping that wherever Janiyah is, whoever is behind her disappearance will let her come back home. In my mind, I believe that Janiyah McMichael Rogers is still alive. Is there anything that you want to say about Janiyah McMichael Rogers, baby, before we move on to Naziah?
I just want her to get justice for her. That's all that's all I'm about to say. Just get justice for her. I'm hurt about the situation. I just don't have I don't have nothing else to say. I just get justice for this baby. That's all we have to do. Yeah.
I'll take a quick 30-second break and then we'll move on to Naziah Harris in this evidence that they planted to throw us off. Now, if you all have been following the Naziah Harris case, which I'm sure most of y'all have, Naziah's case is similar to Janiyah's case. Janiyah, in my opinion, had a mother that didn't care about her. Naziah had a mom as well as a grandmother and aunts that didn't care about her. If it's one thing that I've learned in this Naziah Harris case, and that's the evidence. The evidence don't add up. The timestamps don't add up. Nothing in the Naziah Harris case, nothing adds up. You know, why did Miss Annette, the grandmother, why she wait 30 days? First, let me backtrack. Why did she wait till the next morning? But now here's the kicker. Here's the real kicker. We really don't know when Naziah went missing. We don't know. We don't know if it was January the 9th or not. Naziah could have been missing for days. We don't know. Now, that pink onesie, the Nike tennis shoes, and that black hoodie sweater, I've always felt that it was suspect. Let me reach to the chat. I've been so wrapped up in Naziah's case, I have to do my homework on this baby girl also. Yeah, tomorrow, missing from Gary, Indiana, 14 years old. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Get my likes up. Keisha says, true facts. A line of no good females, not women in my book. She knows what happened to her. She was given it time. I believe it was before the 9th, Shank. I believe that it was before the 9th as well. And a lot of others believe it was before the 9th. True. And that know everything. Salute, Anita. Chat. From the time they saw her in school. What up, Shank? Salute, Sharonda. Salute, y'all. Now, what did they say about that pink onesie, that hoodie? Now, because when did they confiscate the clothing items, right? Appreciate the super chat, Jennifer. Shank, thank you, and Miss Parker for giving these babies voices. Salute. Appreciate that. Weeks after she went missing. But what did they testify that when they got the onesie and the sweater, it was like it was fresh. Whereas though if them clothing items were out there, right, then you had stray animals out there. You had the weather, the rain. Those clothing items wouldn't have been reserved. Those clothing items wouldn't have been in the condition that they were in. They would have been messed up. Their clothing items was damn near brand new, in my opinion. Let my special guest, Baby Pretty, slide in. What is your take on the Naziah Harris case, Baby Pretty?
Like everything. You mean like every little detail?
Okay, let me just start at the beginning, because there are a lot of people that believe Naziah Harris is still alive. What is your thoughts? Do you believe Naziah Harris is still alive, or do you believe that she's no longer alive? What is your thoughts?
I believe Naziah Harris is still alive. Because like you just said, you heard a lot of people that said that Naziah Harris is still alive. And I said it a couple times on my live that Naziah is alive. Because I feel like they say that Jarvis Butts moved Naziah Harris 3 times. I don't really believe that. How many times that you moved Naziah Harris? How many times? Somebody said they moved Naziah at the park. I don't believe that. To be honest with you, you know what I mean? That's kind of like, that's confusing. Like that, some things is lying. They are lying about that. Why would you move Naziah 3 times? Or you should have just called the police and let the police, you know, try to find out what's the deal, what is the situation. I just don't understand.
Let,
This
let
is
me ask let me ask you this. What okay, you believe she's still alive. What role do you believe Jarvis played in her disappearance?
he did a part of it. He did. He was in the middle of doing that. Shannon too.
Do you think that, because most people feel like, well, some people feel like she's still alive. Some people feel like she was sold in a sex trafficking ring. Then others feel like she wanted to get away from Miss Annette and them, so she, along with Jarvis, set it up to make it seem like she's unalive. Do you have your own opinion, or would you fall in with one of those opinions?
Yes, I would. Because what you saying that everybody is saying that she's, still here. I believe that she's still here. Now, I could be wrong. If she's not here, I'll come back up here and apologize to everybody. I'm just being a woman about the situation. That's just how I feel.
Let me grab some comments. Hoodie was wet, the rest was dry, shaking my head. I know it was one of the big backs. Ping everybody's cell phone. She not exactly read you out. That's all I was thinking about. Thanks for the support. It's been too much time gone by. That baby is gone. They put them out there to play it off with us. I don't believe she's alive at all. Ping everybody's cell phone. The whole case is confusing. I hope and pray she is alive. They playing with us all. Jarvis is an effing monster. Salute Milky Way. At first, I thought she was alive, but why go through all of this and this baby is out? Up these people worlds fell apart, and I don't think it was for nothing. 100. Unfortunately, Naziah is not with us. None of us understand, but we will know more soon. The recent court visit ran me hot. That defense ain't crap. She not. Shannon unalived her. Shannon unalived my baby, and he know just not talking, but that B Shannon did it. She not alive. I think Shannon did something to that baby, and Annette and Marquita helped cover it up. The part that confuses me is how she was super sick the morning of the 9th at school, but the people that saw her later that day never mentioned signs of illness. That's facts, Now, and I'm going to say allegedly, but some say that she was 4 months pregnant, 5 months pregnant, 6 months, 7 months pregnant. But the Jarvis' sister, she said that she seen Naziah. She said she was skinny, she was small. She didn't notice that she was pregnant. King's son's aunt didn't notice she was pregnant. Nobody noticed that Naziah was pregnant. Nobody noticed nothing. And another thing, okay, Naziah supposedly got out of school and was getting off the bus, let's say between 2:55 and 3:05. So you got from 3:05 until King 8:45. King said he left him at 8:45. You got good 5 hours. let's round it off to a good 6 hours. All those things happen in 6 hours. I'm not buying it. I never was buying it. I believe she's still here. Why would they go through all that to plant stuff? Maybe they just didn't know where she was. Now, Anita, I did feel like that at one time. But I don't feel that way no more. Kenya, who is Naziah's cousin, says, who wants a red rum charge for nothing? And that's what I've always said, Kenya. And I still say it. If y'all got to understand what red rum carries. Red rum, I'm not sure. I don't think Michigan got the death penalty. But a red rum, it carries life without parole sentence. It carries football numbers. All right? Nobody. And some might say, but Shank, Jarvis is slow. Shank, look at the women he was. Ain't nobody going to take a red rum charge and they know the victim is still alive. The timing is off. Everything feels off. They unalive her before the 9th. You could tell from the text Shannon was texting all that. 100. Facts. Who wants to wear a red rum case if she is alive? Make it make sense. Shannon definitely knew she was pregnant. And in my opinion, they all knew she was pregnant. Exactly. All this is for something. They did something to this baby and definitely trying to cover up for each other. How old is Jarvis and how much is he facing without the red rum? My only question is he don't done so much dirt to kids. Why Naziah? Jarvis gonna seize in prison. What did she have on when she was with the ladies at the house with King and Jarvis? Do the ladies remember that? The ladies don't remember nothing. They try to play it. I don't remember. Certain things they remember, Keisha. Certain things they don't. Hey, Miss Kenya, how are you doing today? In my eyes, everyone is guilty until proven innocent. If he's helping, love is blind. Doing well. Keisha Brown, they don't know what she had on, so many different outfits. Miss Kenya, I'm fine. Wow. Now, I'm going to go to the transcript. I'm with you when you're right. They all play a part. And I just like Miss Parker's reading of the transcript. So I might just let Miss Parker read this one, y'all. And I might have to go to something else.
Where Miss Parker at?
Miss Parker. But the evidence is that picture. Allegedly the last picture. All right. Even now, this is a fact. Even when they were putting up the missing Naziah Harris posters, they went back and started tearing them down. Now, I don't know what family members was tearing them down, and I don't know if they were, but allegedly they were tearing the posters down. You know what? I ain't even gonna. I'm gonna leave this to Miss Parker, but I do got something about the evidence that I want to go to. All right, now, this is key surveillance. The video revealed in the homicide. Now, let's see what we can piece together in this, y'all. All right, Kenya says her last pick does match when Jarvis was being interrogated. He describes how her head was literally. Okay.
You state your name for the record, sir?
Antonio Carlisi.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a detective with the Detroit Police Department, homicide unit.
How long have you been with the Detroit Police Department in total?
A total of 29 years.
And how long in the homicide unit primarily?
11 years.
Okay. And what is your current role in the homicide unit?
At this time, I am one of two that extract surveillance videos from locations.
Okay. And does that sometimes include like doorbell cameras, Ring or Xfinity or something like that?
Correct, it does.
Okay. And did you do that? I want to take you back to January 20th, 2024. Did you receive a request or a dispatch to go to a location?
Not on that date, but yes, I did receive a request back in February 20th of 24 to make 4803 Bedford to recover some video.
Okay, and you said 4803?
Correct.
And did you write a report about this?
Correct.
Is there an error or a typo in your report regarding the injury?
Yes, I have 3803.
And in preparation for your testimony, did you realize that that was a typo?
Correct.
And what was the reason you were dispatched to that location on Bedford?
At that time, to recover video from a surveillance unit that's showing a girl walking down the street.
Okay. And are you familiar with the area that address is in, or what the corner and cross streets are?
Yes.
And what are the corner and cross streets right next to that address?
That is Bedford and Cornwall.
Now, let me just stop it right there. And Kenya, you can weigh on this as well. Many people feel like that's not Naziah that's walking. When you look at that picture, drop a 4. Drop a 4 if you feel like that's not Naziah getting off the bus. Drop a 5 if you feel like that is Naziah. That was one of the main pieces of evidence that many of us felt wasn't true. So drop a 4 if you believe that that's not Naziah. Drop a 5 if you feel like it is. All right. I see a 4. I see a 5. Kenya, what you think?
Okay. And then
is that Naziah
street,
walking off that bus? Kenya.
That's 1 block east of Bedford.
And did you have a chance to observe the videos or some of the videos that you recovered earlier today?
Yes.
And do those fairly and accurately depict the videos that you extracted from this system?
Yeah, that was a Ring system. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Let me grab my chat. I think it's her, just not on that day. If it is her, it's not the same day. Who?
And at this time, Judge, I would move to admit people's proposed exhibits. (49, 50, and 51).
Any objection? No objection. They will be admitted.
And permission to publish.
Yes.
And playing exhibit. Oh. Playing Exhibit 49 from the beginning. And stopping the video at 9 seconds in. I'm not going to ask you to narrate what we're seeing in the video. I just want to lay some groundwork as to what we're looking at. Do you see that bus go by on the right side of the screen?
Correct.
And where is that bus approximately stopping right now on the screen? And we're looking at Bedford from this view.
Yeah, we're looking eastbound from the house of 4803 towards down Cornwall towards 3 Mile Drive.
Okay. Continuing playing for 9 seconds. And moving to Exhibit 50 and playing from the beginning. And moving now to Exhibit 51.
Kenya, is that Naziah? I wish I'm a go because I got a up close shot, but I know everybody in already seen the shot up close. And if y'all haven't, drop an 8 if you haven't seen it up close, and I will upload it up close. But I don't believe that that's Naziah. Some people say it is Naziah. It's just another day. Here's my take on it. Y'all would drop the 8, wouldn't y'all? Look at all them 8s in that chat. Y'all know y'all seen the up close version of her. But now where's the pink onesie at? Right? Where's that pink onesie at? Where's that black hoodie? I'm just saying. Some people said, but Shank, she could have had the pink onesie on underneath what she got on. Mel says, isn't that hoodie white? It's let me find it, y'all. Let me find it. Give me a minute while I find an up close shot of it. And she don't look like she's pregnant, not at all. They altered it. Layered. Let me see if I could grab that up close shot of her, y'all.
And stopping at 6 seconds into the video. Detective, is there a timestamp on this video that you can see or that you know of?
There is a timestamp.
Can you see it on the screen right now?
No, sir.
And is it being obscured by the zoom thing in the bottom right corner?
Correct.
Hey, let me backtrack it, y'all. Hold up. Is that a little better? Okay, Kenya says that's her. Look at Pope. Look at Pop Poe says Shank. Pop Pooh 78 says Shank. We here for it all. Under her clothes is winter double leg. But okay, Kenya. Do you believe that it's that same day? Do you believe that it's January the 9th? What's your thoughts on that, Kenya? Was this January the 9th? Under her clothes is winter double layers. But I just, what we want to know But we want to know, was this the footage from January the 9th? So what jacket do she have on? Right. Now, it only looks like she got on that one coat. All right, Kenya. All right, Kenya. But Kenya feels like it's her. I see you, Stephanie. I see the chat. Let me grab some comments real quick. I'm gonna grab y'all comments. Hey Shank, where are the red sneakers? And that looks like a baseball cap on here. Where's the red sneakers? I say the same about the pink onesie. Yes, that's her. I believe she went home and left again. The reason she wasn't reported that day. But remember, y'all, according to Shannon, she never came home. Cartoon jacket, they mentioned. I thought it was a snowstorm. 90s jacket with black hoodie under, maybe. A jumpsuit under skinny jeans. That's how y'all layer up in Detroit. Where is the colorful jacket? We supposing it wasn't no school on that day, given what we looked into. And that's another thing. And I gotta say, allegedly, she didn't even go to school on January the 9th. All right. Does she have a hat on? That school is trash. I'm looking at the shoes too. Kenya says yes. Let me let it run out, y'all. I'm not going to hold y'all that much longer. Let me let this finish running out, though.
Detective, when you went to extract this, is there something you do or a process that you follow to calibrate the time system on the system you're extracting the video from?
Correct. We do a time calibration to the world clock.
Okay, what is the world clock?
So basically, the world clock is the anatomical clock that we go by from the Navy clock. So looking at the anatomical clock or the world clock to the video system, calibrate how if it's zeroed, which this one was, or if it was short or fast.
Okay. So you would be able to tell if the time system that is on the video is 10 seconds fast, 2 hours fast, or slow?
Slow, correct.
And what was the result again for this video?
Again, this was 0 to the world clock, so it was on time.
Okay. And
let me let Mel slide in. Mel, you always go deep. You always take a deep dive. Talk to us, Mel.
Okay, so I mean, to me that looks like a white hoodie. And I remember Jarvis' sister said she had on a colorful jacket, a colorful coat, and I can't really tell if that's a backpack on her back. Is that a backpack?
Yeah, she is wearing a backpack.
And that looks like a baseball cap. It's not a hoodie. That one she has on.
It is a hoodie. It is a hoodie. Now she does have on blue jeans. She doesn't have on the black and white and red Nikes that they found allegedly is her clothing. She everything that she has on is nothing with the clothing evidence that they enter in. No black hoodie, no uniform.
Yeah, because the picture that they presented as to with her waving as it was her last day, she had on a uniform, didn't she?
Oh man. And I just took them. Let me see.
The one where she had on with the glasses, the glasses that was in the truck and all that stuff. And then the last picture they showed of her up close was she had on a uniform and like a blue A blue, navy blue, like uniform kind of sweater with those square glasses that she had on, and she had her hair in two ponytails.
She got on I think this is a white turtleneck. And it's a black jacket. I can't see a uniform.
Oh, okay, it's a black jacket.
Black hoodie jacket with a white, I want to say turtleneck or either a half of a turtleneck. Okay, yes, it's a school uniform. Okay, see, I don't know the Detroit school uniforms.
Yeah, I thought
So
that was a
okay,
school uniform. And I just want to know what the other kids said.
right. That don't even look right, do it?
No, I don't. And
And
where's the school bus?
that's what I was getting ready to say. I could be wrong. All I saw was it a van, a little red car or a van or something? I ain't see no school bus. I still don't see a school bus.
No, there's no school bus. And where are the other kids that got off the bus?
They playing right in our face.
I don't think that image right there is Naziah. I really don't. I think that's somebody. Where was this camera? Is that somebody's doorbell camera?
Allegedly.
Okay, that doorbell camera is gonna pick up whatever coming a little bit further. So you would have saw that school bus.
No other kids. The streets are dry. The streets are dry. You don't see no other kids. Nothing. Only this picture of her, allegedly.
I don't think that's her. I thought that this picture came off like the school bus, but if this came with somebody's doorbell camera, that could be anybody.
But Kenya says it's her now.
I don't know why Kenya thinks that.
That's her cousin.
Well,
I think
respectfully, I'm just saying I don't. Based off the description of what she left when she wore, what she left had on when she went to school, what she had on at school, and what she got on after school don't add up. Respectfully, unless she changed clothes at school, she did a lot of things. I would just go back to say it's a lot of stuff happened on January 9th, but I just want to know respectfully. Maybe can you share what the hell happened on the 8th? Because the 8th was their first day back to school that year. So what happened on the 8th? Because everything happened on the 9th, from the car getting fixed, getting driven back to Ypsilanti, to everything happened on January 9th. But what happened on January the 8th? Could this picture here be from January the 8th? Because I will go say that Miss Annette said she had on some blue jeans, kind of with the faded out in the front. She did say that. That's what she saw. That's what she saw her wearing to school, and she had on a matching jacket with the fur around the collar. Now that's what her grandmother said she had on when she went to school that morning because she dropped her off. Is
let,
it possible that this picture is actually from the 8th?
now let me just slide in. This is what I've always said. Why, if double layers, why would she have the jumpsuit under tight jeans when the jumpsuit is looking like 2 times her size? Now, when you look at these jeans, the jeans look
They
like
fit,
it's fitted. Now,
fitting like a glove.
go ahead, Mel.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, look like the jeans are fitting her like a glove. Now, if this is probably maybe the description of the outfit that she had on the day she disappeared, or her grandmother is saying, maybe this picture right here is from the 8th and not the 9th. I'm just saying, because I'm still looking for the colorful coat, unless she got the colorful coat from home. Unless somebody else at the shop was wearing the colorful coat. I'm just saying, I don't know. Because I
Oh,
remember Tanik, what her name was, the good Jarvis sister.
so they said the bus went by already. Okay, okay. The bus. You
But
know
that
what?
doorbell camera would have picked that bus up in this frame. Doorbell cameras have a lot of, you would be surprised how much. But my doorbell camera pick up dings from people that's out in the parking lot. Doorbell cameras have a lot of range. that doorbell camera would have picked up the back of that bus, the lights, the front, or something on that bus. Unless she walked, by the time she got to this particular house, she got off the bus further up the street. Then that might be something. But if she got off on that corner, that doorbell camera would have picked up that bus, even if she waited to cross the street, unless she got off the bus further up the street. You feel me?
Yeah, let me rewind it real quick. Let me rewind it real quick.
Uh,
You seen it?
no, I ain't seen no school bus. But turn that. Can you start the part from her? Can you start it from the beginning of it again? Because if I swear that that person didn't disappear out that frame and appear again, can you start? Can you just let it roll from the beginning? I want to
The
see.
beginning of what I just played.
Yeah, the beginning,
Talking about
just the
this?
beginning, not those. No, just of her. They little whatever of her on the bus. Get out at the first part when she's getting off the bus. I could have sworn that that image disappeared out of frame and then it appeared in another frame, but I might be wrong. Maybe she had on that little jean outfit her grandmama said she had on Monday and not Tuesday.
Playing exhibit 49 from the beginning.
Okay, that go the bus. That
Okay,
go the bus.
okay, okay. There go the bus.
Yeah, that go the bus.
Now where is she at now? So she hasn't come yet. Okay, keep going. Let's see what
No,
she.
she gonna come.
All right. I told you that doorbell camera gonna pick up that
I'm
bus.
stopping the video at 9 seconds, and I'm not going to ask you to narrate what we're seeing in the video. I just want to
Oh,
lay
that's
some
clear
groundwork
right there.
what we're looking at. Did you see that bus go by on the right side of the screen?
Correct.
And where is that bus approximately stopping right now on the screen?
That's stopping right approximately at 3 Mile Drive.
And Cornwall?
Cornwall.
Okay. And we're looking at Bedford from this view.
Yeah, we're looking eastbound from the house of 4803 towards down Cornwall towards 3 Mile Drive.
Okay. Continuing.
Did she get off the bus on that corner? Or she get off the bus up there?
I didn't see where she got off the bus at, because I still don't see her.
But
Like,
the bus is
the bus
is stopped down there. Is she getting off down there, or she got off on that corner right there?
because the bus, look, the bus gone. You still don't see her. You still don't see her. The bus gone.
Right.
By the fence. Okay.
And moving to exhibit 50 and playing from the beginning.
Now there's a car, a red car.
Got to give her time to walk, y'all. She walks. Look. But you're right, Miss Kenya. But let me just say this now. She walks. I mean, she young. She walk. When y'all finally see her walking, watch. She moving, y'all. She's moving.
So she is walking from up the street. The bus actually stopped up the street. And she's walking back
And
towards
moving
us.
now
That's
to
what I was
exhibit
asking.
51.
I'm going to strain my eyes, y'all, but I promise I'm going to look. There she go right there. See, she moving. See, she moving.
And stopping at 6 seconds into the video.
Where the other kids?
Is there a timestamp on this video that you can see that you know of?
There is a timestamp.
Can you
Yes.
see it on the screen now?
No, sir.
I don't want to say it. I
And is it
can't.
being obscured by the Zoom?
What color are those shoes? Black? She definitely don't have on no red Nikes on that
I
picture.
can't make out the exact.
Well, if they was red, you could make that out.
No. Yeah, you don't see no red. See, you don't see
No
no
red.
red.
No. I wonder if that person right there got out of that car.
Detective, when you went to extract this, is there something you do or a process that you follow to calibrate the time system on the system you're extracting the video from?
Correct. We do a time calibration to the world clock.
Okay, what is the world clock?
So basically, the world clock is the anatomical clock that we go by from the Navy clock. So looking at the anatomical clock or the world clock to the video system, we calibrate how if it's zeroed, which this one was, or if it was short or fast.
Okay. So you would be able to tell if the time system that is on the video is 10 seconds fast, 2 hours fast, or slow?
Slow, correct.
And what was the result again for this video?
Again, this was 0 to the world clock, so it was on time.
I don't know, y'all.
Okay.
What if that person right there got out of that red car? The one that passed by.
I'm with everybody. I'm with everybody that feel like this was a different day. But maybe Kenya, I'm assuming Kenya would know best.
Even if it's her, what if that was actually a Monday
I don't.
8th? What if that was on the 8th? Because there was so many.
I gotta go against you.
It was so many events that happened.
I gotta go against you.
Oh, go ahead, Shane.
I gotta go against you on this one, Kenya. I don't think that's the same day, Kenya. I don't. I could be wrong, and I'll accept it if I'm wrong. I don't think that's January the 9th.
What if it's the 8th? Because January 8th was their first day back to school after the holiday. Because
I see you, Miss Belinda.
Shane, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It would make sense, right? Because then that doorbell camera would have had to have another picture of her on the 8th. Or if that was on the 8th, they would have to have another image of her on the 9th. Because they keep those clips up to however much time. Some people, I go 3 days because the damn lizards is insane. But if they keeping those clips 30 days, then I'm going to want to see the clip from Monday, the 8th. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
The weather says it rained lightly on the 8th, like Stephanie said, but if Kenya wouldn't know what happened in the bus situation if she wasn't there, that's true. Like I said, I know people that's from Detroit know the area and know the weather and all that. They're gonna have a vivid, they're gonna know exactly because they from Detroit. A little bit more, and then we're gonna get out of here, y'all. Let's see a little bit more, then we're gonna get out of here. Let me backtrack this, y'all.
Stop it. Shane, stop right there.
I'm a backtrack and then let it play. Let me backtrack, and I'm gonna stop.
She left the sidewalk.
She left the sidewalk.
That vehicle that's facing the other way. She left the sidewalk. Not too fast.
She's still walking.
No. She gonna leave the sidewalk. See that car that's facing this way that stopped next to that white car? Watch her leave the sidewalk. Ah, there she goes. She left the sidewalk. See? And you see that car that's
Uh-uh.
facing
Uh-uh.
Shank? She left the sidewalk. Don't you?
She's still on the sidewalk, Mel. She's still on the sidewalk. I see her. I see her though. She's still on the sidewalk.
Did she stop?
She stopped. And that maybe they got it stopped, but she stopped.
Right. Now see that there's a car on the curb, but there's another car
I don't
facing. Give me a minute, Shank. See that
I
there's a
don't know.
car
Somebody said they see it too though, Mel.
that she left the sidewalk?
Taddy says, "Oh my God, I see it. I see it, Mel. I see it. I don't see it now, but Taddy says she see it."
There's another car
Let
facing the other direction. She actually left the sidewalk. She stopped, but there's another car next to a car on the side of the road that's already there. But then there's another car facing the opposite direction. It stopped though, and she stopped.
let me maybe they stopped it, but let me backtrack.
If you,
Let me
yeah, I can
backtrack.
just. But Shane, do you see the car facing the opposite direction? You don't see that
No,
car? Oh my.
no.
Let's see how long that video go.
Detective, can you read, it might be easier on the laptop, what the time is in the bottom right corner on the screen right now?
Looks like they did stop it, but but you can't see that car right there that's facing the other way.
I have my glasses. It is January 9th.
No, she kept walking on the sidewalk.
Oh, she kept walking? Okay.
I believe it's 1454.
Yeah, she kept walking on the sidewalk.
1454 would be around
2:54 p.m. on the 9th of January.
And all of these videos have that timestamp?
Correct.
And playing the video now from 33 seconds.
And I'm just.
I have nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
So in that video, are you familiar with that area that's depicted in the video?
Correct.
Okay. So you said that that was a view from the camera on a house viewing Bedford going east. Is that correct?
Bedford runs north and south. Cornwall runs east and west. So it's shooting eastbound down Cornwall, basically.
Okay. So your view is is looking towards the east.
Correct.
Okay. And so in Bedford, you said is a north-south street.
Correct.
And so the person walking down Bedford would be going towards the north.
Yes, ma'am. Towards East Warren.
Or is it Warren or is it Harper?
That's Warren.
Warren. Okay.
Well, Warren, then Harper. That's all going in that direction.
Okay.
Any last words before we get out of here, Mel?
No, I just want to make note that prosecutor, she also referred to it as that person and not named that person. I don't know. I just don't. If that is her, I just don't think that's the 9th. It might have been the 8th, but I would have got 2 days worth of that video. Because schools did start back on the 8th after that holiday. So what happened on the 8th? Because, the 9th was very eventful, and that's all I have to say. I can understand, her family and everything is saying that's her, but and she's maybe very well right, respectfully in her own right, but could that have been another day? That's all I'm saying. Shank. Salute.
Appreciate you, Mel. Appreciate the super chat. I appreciate all that you do for our community. Appreciate that super chat. Appreciate the super sticker. Remember, everybody, justice for Naziah Harris, as well as justice for Janiyah McMichael Rogers. Where is Janiyah McMichael Rogers? Where is Naziah Harris? I'll leave the chat running and you all can hang around. Salute everybody. I'll see y'all on the next demonstration. Oh, wasn't nobody acting up? Y'all think y'all slick? Wasn't none of my troublemakers in the chat on this demonstration? Well, guess what? I'ma still punish y'all. Salute everybody.
I'd like to place an order. Yeah. Hey, let me get a chicken box and a half and half. All right, good looking out.
Tinted window screaming F the law out my mouth. I'm switching lanes from up north to down south. Now everybody trying to figure how I put it down. I took my show on the road straight out of town. Pee-wee is my nigga, so you know I brought some crooks with me.
1998, they tried to throw the book at me.
Tell me what you see every time you take a look at me. A straight P, I only be where the hookers be. A old head, but still can pull any fly chick. One thing's for sure, you never see me ride a nigga dick. I got a thoroughbred who loves to call me pretty daddy. Through Alabama, getting hit in a pink caddy when I come through. Everybody knows me, the young niggas love me. They call me, they OG. Go and do your homework about the shit that I spit. They gon' tell you that nigga Shank is legit. A chicken box a half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lane. A chicken box a half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lane. A chicken box a half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lane. A chicken box a half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lane. I eat a chicken box before I play a game of spades. A half and half is sweet tea mixed with lemonade. Some brown liquor with a coke to sharpen up my skills. I switch lanes cause I only fuck with the real. Now she's a winner, so I got to keep her on my team. Plus I'm a real one, so I never ever sell her dreams. You wanna know if I'll quit or if I'll stop? But they say it ain't over till your casket drops. A chicken box a half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lane. A chicken box a half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lane. A chicken box a half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lane. A chicken box a half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lane.
I'd like to place an order. Yeah. Hey, let me get a chicken box and a half and half. All right, good looking out.
Tinted window screaming F the law out my mouth. I'm switching lanes from up north to down south. Now everybody trying to figure how I put it down. I took my show on the road straight out out of town. Pee-wee is my nigga, so you know I brought some crooks with me.
1998, they tried to throw the book at me.
Tell me what you see every time you take a look at me. A straight P, I only be where the hookers be. A old head, but still can pull any fly chick. One thing's for sure, you never see me ride a nigga dick. I got a thoroughbred who loves to call me pretty daddy. Through Alabama, getting hit in a pink caddy when I come through. Everybody knows me. The young niggas love me. They call me they OG. Go and do your homework about the shit that I spit. They gon' tell you that that nigga Shank is legit. A chicken boxer half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lane. A chicken boxer half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lane. A chicken boxer half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lane. A chicken boxer half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lane. I eat a chicken box before I play a game of spades.
Can I get some
a half and half is sweet tea mixed with lemonade. Some brown liquor with a coke to sharpen up my skills. I switch lanes cause I only fuck with the real. Now she's a winner, so I got to keep her on my team. Plus I'm a real one, so I never ever sell her dreams. You wanna know if I'll quit or if I'll stop? But they say it ain't over till your casket drops. A chicken boxer half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lane. A chicken boxer half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lane. A chicken boxer half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lane. A chicken boxer half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lane.